Hello. Today we continue the central bank. We already discussed the functions of central bank. So let us we continue the monetary policy and objectives of monetary policy. ಸೊ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಅವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಣಕಾಸು ನೀತಿಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಣಕಾಸು ನೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಒಂದು ದೇಶದ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಮಾನಿಟರಿ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ, the volume and direction of bank credit has an important bearing on the level of economic activity. Here, monetary policy means the policy which is controlled by the Reserve Bank to monetary activities in the country. Here, the volume and direction of bank credit has an important bearing. ಹಣಕಾಸು ನೀತಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ದೇಶದ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕು ಆ ದೇಶದ ಹಣಕಾಸಿನ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಿಯಂತ್ರಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ನೀತಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ದೇಶದ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಸಾಲದ ಗಾತ್ರವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ದೇಶನ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ದ ಎಕ್ಸೆಸಿವ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಡಿಫ್ಲೇಷನ್. ಹಿಯರ್ the credit is creation by the commercial banks. Too much credit creation or too lesser credit creation is harm to the economy. Excessive credit generally leads to inflation. Inflation means continuous rise in the prices, at the same time decreasing in the value of money. And contraction of credit means credit leads to deflation, where the prices goes falling continuously. That is deflation. This is by the contraction of credit. ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಲವನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ವಿಸ್ತರಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಹಣದುಬ್ಬರಕ್ಕೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಡಿಫ್ಲೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Thus, the expansion and contraction of credit will bring fluctuations in economic activity. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಇದು ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂತಂದರೆ ಸಾಲವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕುಗಳು. ಈ ಸಾಲ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಏನು ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕುಗಳ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳು ಏನಿದೆ, ಸಾಲದ ವಿಸ್ತರಣೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂಕುಚನ ಇದು ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳ ಏರಿಳಿತಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಸೊ ದ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲಿಂಗ್ ದ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಅಚೀವ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ವಿತ್ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಎವರಿ ಎಕನಾಮಿ ಈಸ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ. In this direction, the central bank of every country is the responsible for controlling volume and direction of credit. ಇದು ಒಂದು ದೇಶ ಸುಸ್ಥಿರವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಸಾಧಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆ ದೇಶದ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕು ಆ ದೇಶದ ಸಾಲದ ಗಾತ್ರ ಮತ್ತು ದಿಕ್ಕನ್ನು ನಿಯಂತ್ರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಈಗ ನಾವು ಮಾನಿಟರಿ ಪಾಲಿಸಿಯ ಅರ್ಥವನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಣ. ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾನಿಟರಿ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಸೇ ಮಾನಿಟರಿ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ರೆಫರ್ ಟು ದ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟೋಟಲ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಇನ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಮಾನಿಟರಿ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ managing total volume of credit in circulation of the country. So we already know that credit creation by the commercial banks. One of the important function of commercial bank is credit creation. Borrowing deposits and lend credit is the very basic and primary functions of commercial banks. We already know that excess of creation of credit and lesser creation leads to fluctuations in the economic activity. Monetary policy refers to the policy total volume of credit creation in the country. Here, ಹಣಕಾಸಿನ ನೀತಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ದೇಶದ ಆರ್ಥಿಕತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚಲಾವಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಾಲದ ಹಣವನ್ನು ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎ.ಜೆ. ಶಪಿರೋ, monetary policy is the exercise of central bank's control over the money supply as an instrument for achieving the objectives of economic policy. Here, according to A.J. Shapiro said, monetary policy is the exercise of the central bank's control. So it is the tool of central bank. Control over the money supply. It is a tool which is control money supply. Excessive money supply and lesser money supply both are the harm to the economy. In this way, here as an instrument of achieving objectives of economic policy. Here it is an instrument for achieving the objectives of economic policy. ಶಪಿರೋ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇದು ಹಣಕಾಸು ನೀತಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿನ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಾಚರಣೆಯಾಗಿದ್ದು ಅದು ಹಣದ ಪೂರೈಕೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಅದು ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ನೀತಿಯ ಉದ್ದೇಶಗಳನ್ನು ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ನೀತಿಯ ಉದ್ದೇಶಗಳನ್ನು ಗುರಿ ಸಾಧಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಳಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಾಧನ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಟೂಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಟು ಅಚೀವಿಂಗ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ. So here we see objectives of economic policy, monetary policy. So monetary policy is done by the central bank in every country. So I think another policy in the country where to develop a very economy, objectives of monetary policy means, what are the objectives of this? The goals of monetary policy refer to its objectives such as price stability, full employment, faster rate of economic growth, etc. Here, the goal of monetary policy refer to its objective of price stability, full employment, faster rate of economic growth. Here, the important objectives of monetary policy is price stability, full employment, faster rate of economic growth, etc. Here, we see one by one what are the objectives of monetary policy. ಹಣಕಾಸು ನೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಜಾರಿಗೆ ತರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಹತ್ತರವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಯ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂದಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಬೆಲೆ ಸ್ಥಿರತೆ, ಪೂರ್ಣೋದ್ಯೋಗ, ವೇಗದ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ದರವನ್ನು ಸಾಧಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕು ಹಣಕಾಸು ನೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೈಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಮಾನಿಟರಿ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ monetary authority should aim at a neutrality of money in the economy. Here, monetary authority should aim at. Here, monetary authority means the central bank should aim at neutrality of money in the economy. So here, there is no impartial or biased function of the money. There is neutrality of money. Exchange rate stability. Here, central bank stabilizes the rate of foreign exchange by controlling bank credit. Here, excessive of bank credit leads to inflation and the goods and services prices are very high. So other countries are not purchase Indian goods. So here, when the prices of goods and services of a country become cheaper to other nations, so their foreign exchange will be gradually increased. So in this way, stability in exchange rate to achieve stability in exchange rate is one of the objective. ಸೊ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕು ತನ್ನ ವಿದೇಶಿ ವಿನಿಮಯವನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಿರತೆಯನ್ನು ಸಾಧಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಉದ್ದೇಶವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಲಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್, ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ objective is the price stability. Price fluctuations cause disturbance in the economic system. Thus, the central bank should regulate the supply of credit in the country. Here, price fluctuations cause disturbance in the economic system. here. So the increasing prices or decreasing prices are causes to disturbance in the economy. Thus, the central bank should regulate the supply of credit in the country. So here, the central bank regulate or control the supply of credit. Control of business cycle. So fourth objective is, I think every country is pass on through the business cycles, that is boom, recovery, recession and another steps of cycle to control business cycle and stability in the country. ಹಣಕಾಸು ನೀತಿಯ ಉದ್ದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವಿದೇಶಿ ವಿನಿಮಯದ ಸ್ಥಿರತೆ, ಬೆಲೆ ಸ್ಥಿರತೆ ಹಾಗೆ ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಚಕ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ನಿಯಂತ್ರಿಸತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಫಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್. Monetary policy can promote faster economic growth by making credit cheaper and more readily available. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಹಣಕಾಸು ನೀತಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಚೀಪರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೋರ್ ರೆಡಿಲಿ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್. Full employment. So this is the another one important objective of monetary policy. So monetary policy is the macro level policy to achieve full employment. Here we know that already full employment means optimum utilization of resources, nobody unemployed. So if the full employment is achieved, so production and employment are achieved. So these are the 6 objectives of monetary policy. So here we conclusion, monetary policy has a special role to play in a developing country like India, especially like developing countries, especially in India. This is very important policy to developing. India has to make large scale mobilization of productive resources and has to organize their efficient allocation. So in India has to make large scale of mobilization of productive resources and has to organize their efficient allocation. So large scale mobilization of productive resources and has to organize their efficient allocation. So this is the very important of concluding things what we say. So here some multiple choice questions. What is the most widely used tool of monetary policy? Issuing of notes, open market operation, discounting rate, none of these. So B is the answer, that is open market operations. Which one of the following statement is incorrect? Objective of monetary policy is to maintain the stability in exchange rate. Objective of monetary policy is to maintain stability in prices. Objective of monetary policy is to remove the employment. Objective of monetary policy is to remove cyclical fluctuations. Here C is the answer, because objective of monetary policy is to achieve full employment, not remove employment. The goals of monetary policy do not include the promotion of maximum employment, low taxes, stable prices, moderate long-term interest rates. Here B. So the monetary policy do not include the promotion, maximum employment, stability prices, moderate long-term interest rates. So here low taxes are not the goal of monetary policy. Which of these not a monetary policy tool? Discount rate, open market operation, balance account, reserve account. Here balance accounts are not, it is only a banking terminology. Full employment in the country can be achieved adopting cheap monetary, tight monetary, both A and B, none of them. Cheap monetary policy, by the cheap monetary policy, country will achieve full employment goal. Okay, thank you.